Are you constantly bombarded with negative people, negative influences all around you? Everywhere you hear, people are putting you down, telling you can't do something. You shouldn't be eating that. You shouldn't be doing this. Meanwhile, their goals do not align with your goals. Today, peak performance specialist Chantea Goetz takes us through how to overcome these negative influences in life. Welcome to the Functionize podcast. Sit back and enjoy the ride.
Hello everybody, it is Chantea Goetz here with Functionize Integrative Therapeutics in Colts Neck. Today, our topic of conversation is reaching your goals when dealing with negative people or thoughts. All of us have a goal that we wish to achieve, and at times we may come across people that don't necessarily share that same goal for us. However, a goal is yours and yours alone. There is no reason to let anyone stop you from achieving what you have set out to achieve. And what I'm talking about more is irrational thinking. People come to you and they think you are crazy for wanting to do X, Y, Z. Why do you want to lose 10 pounds, 20 pounds, 30 pounds? It's okay. You're going to come across people that don't understand what you might be doing or your motives, and that's okay. It's not for them to understand. So what I'll talk about here is learning how to overcome the obstacles that negative forces play on your achievement. Sometimes people just don't get it, all right? And that happens. When that does, use these tools to keep yourself on track. Positivity breeds positivity. If you find yourself in a position where you're surrounded by those that are negative, walk away, okay? So here we go. If someone is having an irrational thought and you think that you should be approved or liked by everyone, understand that's not realistic. Nobody is going to be liked by everybody. And that's fine. We surround ourselves by those who are good for us. Another irrational thought could be, to be worthy and have self-esteem, I need to be competent and successful in all respects. Once again, that is not going to happen. There is no such thing as perfect, and not one person is going to have the answers for all aspects of life. The reason that we grow and we learn and we thrive is by failing. We make mistakes and we learn from them and we grow from them and we move on. If you think that I'm stupid and I don't deserve this, what's so stupid about what you want to do? It's not stupid to want to be healthier or lose weight or become organized. That's not wrong. You can do it. Believe in yourself. Forgive yourself for not doing it sooner, because the past is the past. What you can do is in the present, which will pave the way for the future. If you have a thought that you shouldn't have started this, or that you're the reason that you are a certain way, let it go. You are where you are, and you have the tools to let yourself get out of it. If you think that something's wrong, recognize that there's a solution to every problem. You are not a failure. It is not okay to think that you're a failure. Sometimes things work and sometimes they don't. It's trial and error. Eventually you will find what works. If you think that you're a product of the past and that you can't change anything, flip it around and recognize that you have been able to change at least one part of your past, and you can learn how to apply those steps and skills to the other aspects of life that you may not have been able to change yet. People can change, and they do it all the time, and so can you. If you have a thought that you really need someone to be dependent on, someone that's stronger than you, and that the only way you'll be happy is if you have them, remember, this is your goal. You are the one that decides how you get there and what you want to do. You cannot be dependent on anyone else to make your goals a reality. And if you think that it's easier to avoid a problem than to face it, that's only going to prolong the process of making changes. So face it head on, recognize that you want to change and what you want to change, and look for the solutions that will make those changes. It's unfortunate that there's always going to be negativity around you, and there's really no way to get around it. People are negative, but you don't have to let them bring you down. A lot of times when people are negative, it's because of they're lacking in some aspect in their own lives. And they're turning that feelings, emotions outwardly instead of focusing on themselves. So you can either get discouraged by the negativity in your life, or you can use it to your advantage and get stronger by it. How bad do you want to reach your goals? No matter what they are, when you hear you won't do it, use it as motivation to say, yes, I will. Don't let their excuses and their negative ways stop you from what you have planned and prevent you from getting to where you want to be. Negative people, well, they simply do not care about your goals. Okay? You do. Do not let what they think define you. You define you. You choose who you want to be on any given moment of any given day. If you want to lose 30 pounds, you will. If you want to settle for what people tell you that you won't do it, then that will happen too. So use the negativity and spin it around and prove to yourself you have everything you need to get where you want to be. Just marinate on that for a few minutes. You have everything you need to be who you are and to get where you want to be. Negative influences can come from the people you know, your family, your friends, your coworkers. It could be anyone that you have in your life. Some people are easier than others to remove from the equation. Some are not. Finding the balance between those that you can keep and those that are very easy to let go can pose a challenge to a lot of people. And then that can create, anxiety about having to face those people. Remember, the choice of their negativity is on them. You can choose to treat yourself kindly, praise yourself, know that you love you, and that's all that matters. If someone comes to you and they say, you're not looking well, you should lose weight, why aren't you exercising? Take a moment, calm your thoughts, and say, I am. Help them find the encouragement to notice that you are making positive changes. If you don't want to hear the negativity and you don't want to be a negative person, remember, don't talk like that. Don't complain. Don't whine or give them any negative information back. You can change you. You cannot change other people. Focus on what you're good at and stop focusing on who or what is against you. Your goal is your goal, and there are going to be those people that are supportive of your goal. You know, if you think about your environment and who is in your circle, your inner circle, your outer circle, think about, what do you do on a daily basis? Do you surround yourself with self-help books? Are you watching the news? Do you hear a lot of negative stories on the radio? Whatever it is, what goes in is what comes out. So if you surround yourself with negative influences, either in person or online, your thoughts are going to become more negative. If you look at stories and you read books that are full of hope and joy, then your mindset will start to shift more towards hope and joy. That's what you want to focus on. That is the attention and the direction of forward progress. If you have difficulties finding someone that might understand what you're going through, the best thing to do is get out there. Get connected on Facebook, on Instagram. Go to Functionized and join our weight loss support group. We are here for you. I am here for you. I want to see each and every one of you succeed, no matter what your goal is, no matter how hard you think it is. I want to see you succeed. You can do it. Don't start waiting for things to change. It is time to make them change. And by doing so, one of the first things to do is to identify your unhealthy habits, right? So take the time to write down any unhealthy habit that you currently are doing in your life. So what makes you unhappy? What makes you feel stuck? What gives you that icky feeling like, I know I shouldn't have done that, but I keep doing it? Do you smoke? Do you drink too much? Do you eat too much junk food? Do you sit on the couch or a chair and do nothing? What are the unhealthy habits that you can change right now? Write them down. Put them on paper. Because when you can get it out of your head and see it in real life and read it and touch it and know that it's there, now you have someplace to start. This is where you can create your goals, your SMART goals, your 30-day challenges. This is where you get your information. And by writing these out, now you can start cutting back on these unhealthy habits. Look at your time. Find the balance. Where can you spend more time on the positive things that will build up your health as opposed to tearing down your health? Just remember, it all starts one step at a time. And as you write this list, remember it is crucial to avoid negative self-talk. Negative self-talk can be extremely damaging and can lead to further negative habits. People don't realize how often we talk negatively to ourselves. It can be any situation, any person, any given moment of any given day. The negative thoughts are there. I call them the little gremlins. It's the things in your head that stop you from doing what it is that you truly want to do. It's that self-doubt. I'm not good enough. I don't know where to start. How can I do this? I've never done it before. Well, there's a lot of things that people have never done before. I have never competed in women's figure bodybuilding before until last year. But I did it, and I just did another one. It's constantly working on ways to improve yourself. And if you don't start, you'll never get there. But give yourself that time and the compassion and start removing that negative self-talk. You can do it. Which leads me to go into using positive affirmations. So taking that negative self-talk and turning it around into something positive. When you find yourself saying, I can't do that, pause and remember, yes, I can. Say it to yourself. Yes, I can. I can do this. Negative thoughts, it's a mindset. You can flip the switch and start turning things into a positive mindset as well. You are worth it. You are amazing. And I truly believe in each and every one of you and the ability that you will get to where you want to be. You are your own best friend. You know above anyone else what makes you happy, what makes you sad, what makes you laugh, what makes you cry. You are your best friend. So do not let 90% of your talk be negative. A few steps that you can do when you find yourself in this pattern: catch it and then release that thought. Let it out. If you want to have a 3-minute pity party and woe is me, that's it. 3 minutes, it's gone. There's no room for progress if you're holding on to things that don't matter. And become aware. Start being mindful of when you're starting to get these negative thoughts. Mindfulness plays a huge part in how we live our lives. When we can recognize that something is off and that our mindfulness needs to be elevated and you become more self-aware, you'll start to notice these things quicker and quicker and quicker, and so they're not there anymore. So once you release it and you track it, you become mindful. Now it's time to reframe it. Now it is time to switch that negative voice to the positive voice. Tell yourself what you need to hear. If you do not want to go to the gym because you're tired, ask yourself, how will I feel if I don't go? Will I feel good? Will I feel bad? Will I have regrets if I don't go? Or reframe it, how will I feel knowing I went to the gym? All it takes is a little bit of mindset shift, and that's it. You have option A, option B. Are you happy with option A, or you want option B? If you're looking to make changes in your life, staying and doing the same things that haven't been working are not going to get you there. Negative influences are not going to make positive changes. So, with that being said, what can you do to start being more positive? You may listen to this recording. I hope that you do. I hope that everybody understands that you are positive, that people do believe in what you're doing, that you can do anything and everything in your power to live a healthier, more productive life. For anyone that struggles with where to start, you can call me at the office, which is 848-444-9032. feel free to message me on Instagram at Functionized. That's FUNCTIONISED. Or Facebook at Functionized. Once again, FUNCTIONISED. Or send me an email to support@functionized.com. I will be more than happy to take your calls, to answer your emails, or any messages that you send to me about creating habits, breaking that negative cycle, and learning how to surround yourself with those that are better suited for you. So I hope that this has helped you. If you have any comments, questions, or concerns, please feel free to reach out, and I will talk with you very soon. Be functionized, everybody.